Making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing great, Jay. Actually, I just had a really funny moment this morning that made me think about today's topic.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
So, I was texting my friend and I wrote, "Keep going, you've got this." And then I thought, wow, how many ways do we use the word keep every single day without even noticing?
Wait, keep? Like keep a bag? Keep money?
Yes, but so much more than that, Jay. The word keep is one of the most powerful little words in English. And today, we're going to explore 13 surprising ways to use it.
13? That's a lot for one tiny word.
I know, right? But don't worry. By the end of today, you're going to feel so confident using keep in real life. Trust me.
Okay, I'm excited. But first, can we tell our listeners something really quick?
Oh, yes. If this podcast is helping you build your English confidence, please subscribe, like, share it with a friend, and turn on that notification bell. We drop a new episode every single day, so you don't want to miss one.
Every day, people. We're here for you every day. Okay, May, let's go. Use number 1. What is it?
All right, so the first use is the most basic one. Keep means to have something and not give it away. Like, you can keep the change, or keep this secret, okay?
Oh, like when someone gives me extra money at a store and says, keep the change. That means I can have it.
Exactly. You don't have to give it back. It's yours. Keep it.
Simple and useful. Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2, keep means to continue doing something, like keep walking, keep practicing, keep smiling.
Oh, I use this. When I'm tired at the gym, I say, keep going to myself.
Yes, that's perfect. It's like a little motivational push. Just keep going.
So, keep plus a verb with ing means to continue.
Exactly right. Keep plus verb ing. Keep running, keep trying, keep learning. That's the pattern.
Got it. That one feels really natural. What's next?
Number 3, keep can mean to store something somewhere. Like, I keep my keys on the table, or she keeps her money in a small box.
Oh, interesting. So it's about where something lives, right? Where you always put it?
Yes, it's like the home of an object. I keep my phone charger next to my bed. That's where it lives.
The home of an object. I love that. Okay, number 4?
Number 4 is keep meaning to maintain a state, like keep calm, keep quiet, keep it clean.
You mean like stay calm, stay quiet?
Exactly. Keep calm means stay calm. Don't lose your cool. You see it on t-shirts, posters, everywhere.
Oh, the famous keep calm and carry on poster. I've seen that so many times.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Keep calm, stay calm. Carry on, continue. It's 2 uses of keep energy in one sentence.
Wow, I never thought about it that way. Okay, this is getting interesting. Number 5?
Wait, here's the interesting part. Number 5. Keep can mean to prevent something, like keep the door closed, keep the kids away from the road.
You mean like stop something from happening?
Yes, you're blocking something, keeping it from happening. Keep the noise down means don't let the noise get loud.
Oh, so keep the kids away means don't let them go near something dangerous.
Exactly. You're protecting, you're preventing. Keep away is a very important phrase, especially for safety.
That's actually really useful. I never thought keep could mean prevent. Cool. Number 6?
Number 6, keep means to honor a promise or appointment, like she always keeps her promises, or he kept his word.
Oh, so if I say I'll call you and then I really do call, I kept my promise.
Yes, and this one is big in relationships. If you keep your promises, people trust you. If you don't, well, you break them.
Ah, keep your promise, break your promise. Opposite actions, right?
Exactly. Keeping a promise means following through. It's a really positive quality.
I like that one. It feels important. Okay, number 7.
Number 7, keep a diary or a journal. Like, I keep a diary. My mom keeps a notebook of recipes.
So keep a diary means you write in it regularly?
Yes, it's not just having a diary, it's the habit of writing in it. Keep here shows it's something you do over time, not just once.
So it's like an ongoing action. Keep a diary, keep a record, keep notes.
Perfect. You're getting it. Keep records is very common in business too. Companies keep records of everything.
This is where things get really cool because keep is everywhere in professional life too, right?
Totally. Okay, number 8, keep someone waiting. Like, sorry I kept you waiting, or don't keep me waiting.
Oh, I hear this a lot. Like when someone is late and they say, I'm so sorry for keeping you waiting.
Yes, and it can feel a little rude if someone keeps you waiting too long. It means they made you wait and you had no choice.
Like my friend who is always 30 minutes late to everything.
We all have that one friend. You always keep me waiting. Say it to them next time.
I will. Okay, what's number 9?
Number 9, keep up with. This is a great phrasal verb. It means to stay at the same level or speed as someone or something.
You mean like if my friend speaks English too fast and I can't follow?
Yes, you'd say, I can't keep up with you. Can you speak slower? Or, it's hard to keep up with all the new slang.
Oh, so it's about matching someone's pace or staying current with something.
Exactly. You can keep up with news, trends, technology, conversations, anything that moves or changes.
That's super useful for English learners. We're all trying to keep up with native speakers.
Yes, and that's why we're here, to help you keep up. Okay, number 10, keep out. Like signs that say keep out on doors or gates.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those signs. It means don't come in, right?
Exactly. Keep out means stay away, don't enter. It's a warning. You see it on private property, construction sites, sometimes even kids' bedroom doors.
Kids put keep out signs on their rooms? That's so cute.
So cute. This is my space. Keep out, everyone.
Okay, number 11?
Number 11, keep in touch. This one is so emotional and warm. It means to stay connected with someone, to communicate even when you're apart.
Like when you say goodbye to a friend moving away and you say, let's keep in touch.
Yes, it means don't disappear from my life. Let's still talk, message, call. It's one of the most heartfelt uses of keep.
Oh, I love that one. Keep in touch. Don't lose our connection.
And the opposite, when you don't keep in touch, you lose touch. You drift apart.
Oh, lose touch. That's sad, actually.
It is. So always keep in touch with the people who matter. Okay, number 12. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Keep it up. This is encouragement. It means you're doing well, so continue.
Oh, like a coach saying keep it up to their player during a game.
Exactly. Or a teacher saying it to a student who's improving. It's positive, warm, supportive.
So it's like saying you're on the right track. Don't stop.
Perfect. Keep it up, Jay. You're understanding everything so fast today.
Thank you. Keep it up, everyone listening too. Okay, what's the last one? Number 13?
You won't believe what the last one is. Keep an eye on. Imagine you're babysitting. Someone says, "Can you keep an eye on my kids for a minute?"
You mean like watch them, monitor them?
Yes, keep an eye on means to watch carefully or monitor something, not with one eye, literally, but to pay attention.
Oh, that's funny. I was imagining one eye watching and one eye doing something else.
Right? But no, it just means keep watching, keep attention on it. Keep an eye on the timer. Keep an eye on your bag at the airport.
That one is so practical. I'll use that a lot. Okay, so we have 13 uses. Can we do a quick recap, like a mini review?
Great idea. Let's go fast. 1. Keep means to have and not give away.
2. To continue doing something.
3. To store something somewhere.
4. To maintain a state, like keep calm.
5. To prevent something.
6. To honor a promise.
7. To keep a diary or record. 8. To keep someone waiting. 9. To keep up with something.
10. Keep out, meaning stay away. 11. Keep in touch. 12. Keep it up, which is encouragement.
And 13. To keep an eye on, meaning to watch carefully. 13 uses, one small word.
That's honestly amazing. I had no idea keep was doing so much work in English.
Right? It's like the word keep has 13 jobs and never calls in sick.
The hardest working word in English. Okay, mate, one more thing. Can we practice real quick? Like, give the listeners a scenario?
Oh, yes. Okay. Listeners, imagine you're at an airport. Your flight is delayed. What can you use from today?
Ooh, you could say, I'll keep myself busy while I wait. That's use number 2. Keep doing something.
Love it. And your friend messages you asking if you landed safely. You say, "Don't worry, I'll keep you updated." That's keeping someone informed.
Oh, that's another use. Keep someone updated. Is that like a bonus use?
Yes, bonus use. Keep someone updated means to give them regular information so they're not in the dark.
We literally can't stop finding ways to use keep. It just keeps showing up.
See what I did there? It just keeps showing up. Keep use number 2.
You got me. Okay, before we wrap up, I want to ask something. Which of these 13 uses is the most important for beginners to learn first?
Honestly, I'd say start with 3. Keep going, keep in touch, and keep it up. They're positive, motivational, and you'll use them every single day.
That's great advice. Keep going, don't stop. Keep in touch, stay connected. Keep it up, you're doing great.
Those 3 alone will make you sound more natural and confident in English, and that's always the goal here.
To be honest, I feel like I need to go back and think about how many times I use keep without realizing it now.
Exactly. Once you learn this, you can't unsee it. Keep is everywhere.
May, one last question. Any funny story about keep from your own life?
Oh, actually, yes. When I was learning English, someone told me, "Keep your chin up," when I was feeling sad.
Keep your chin up? You mean like lift your chin physically?
I thought so too. I literally walked around with my chin up in the air like this, so stiff and proud looking.
Oh no. What does it really mean?
It means stay positive. Don't give up, even when things are hard. Keep your chin up is encouragement. It's emotional, not physical.
That's the best story. So you were walking like a little soldier because someone said keep your chin up.
For one whole day, and nobody told me I looked strange. Or maybe they were just keeping their thoughts to themselves.
Keep thoughts to yourself. Another use.
See? The word never stops. Okay, I think that's a perfect place to wrap up today.
I agree. Today was so fun. 13 uses of keep, and honestly, I feel like we only scratched the surface.
We really did. Keep is one of those words that just keeps giving the more you study it.
Keeps giving. There it is again.
I can't help it. Okay, here's our question for you today, listeners. We want to know which use of keep surprised you the most today. Was it keep your chin up, keep an eye on, or maybe keep in touch?
Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. And hey, if you want to practice, write a sentence using any of the 13 uses we talked about today.
Yes, and remember, the best way to really own a word is to use it. So go use keep today. In a message, in a conversation, in your diary if you keep one.
Nice. All right, everyone. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep coming back to Speak English with Jay and May every single day.
That's right. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode. Until then, keep your chin up, keep going, and keep it up. You're doing amazing.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.